Hi, everybody. Selena and Crockett, 100.7 LEV. Good morning. Happy Monday to you. We're remembering 9/11. It is September 11th. And, it's always, you always wonder how to approach this. I remember where I was the day the attacks happened. Do you remember where you were
Sure. I was in
today?
the cafeteria in high school. It's my sister's birthday. So I
It
can remember
is.
trying to find her and being like, "Hey,
Oh,
what
man.
are you
Hard.
okay?" Because I mean, it was, especially as things were developing, it felt like, especially on that day, you were like, What?" Like, you couldn't even fathom the idea of what was going on.
Right.
Um,
It was
and
hard.
yeah, just, yeah,
I had my first job in news. I was the only reporter in this really, really tiny news station in State College, and I remember I was just kind of putting some detail I was just putting a newscast together, and I was looking up because we pretty much finished with the morning news, and I was looking up. There's a TV above me. What's going on? Was it an accident? I remember when the first tower was hit. I thought maybe it was an accident.
yeah,
Low flying plane. And as they're showing it live of what was happening with the first tower that was hit, which was I believe, the North Tower, all of a sudden, the second tower was hit. And
yeah,
that's when you realize the alerts go off and realize, no, this isn't an accident. This was intentional. And it's a scary feeling because you don't know how to approach it too.
sure, sure. 22
Um,
years later,
yeah, it
it's
still is.
they had the Giants at home last night against the Cowboys, and they did a beautiful introduction before the game. And you can just tell, like, it's still a raw thing. It's still raw, even all these years later.
We were
Of course,
watching,
all the
yeah,
memorials will be going on this morning and all those things. But
we
yeah,
were watching a special right after the Birds game. We were watching a special. And, we were alive when that happened. Our kids were not. So it's interesting to see their take because they didn't understand why it was so significant,
sure. Yeah,
the
yeah.
attack.
That's a
It was one of
perspective
the
I haven't
largest,
even thought about just yet.
right?
Yeah,
And so there was a really beautiful story on 60 Minutes last night. And we started watching it. And they're like, what? How could this? I said, yeah, this was very serious, the attack that occurred. Um, so it's to revisit it for people that have never lived the occasion,
sure.
um, is interesting. So just we're remembering, um, those and that moment too for September 11th from 2001 in 22 years.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
still
And it
feels, as you
doesn't
said,
feel like
still
it's been
feels,
22 years. Yeah.
no,
No.
no. Oh, what do we start off a week, right? Monday?
Yeah. Uh,
That's not easy. That's not
no,
easy.
no,
Good
it's
morning
not.
to you, Patty. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Ricky. Um,
Um,
Getting the week started. I know that we're getting ready for a big event that's happening. Uh, You're coming up to do some, I guess, some shots over at Hampton Lanes.
Yeah, so we've got
Some
our big
bowling.
bowling event, Strikeout Cancer, coming up on October 1st. You can get those details at WLEVradio.com. We'd love for you to join us and chuck some stones. But yeah, you and I are doing a little video, some pictures and stuff like that, just to kind of get ready for the event, tease it a little bit.
That's very Fred Flintstone of you. I don't know if I've heard that expression, chuck some stones.
You know what? I don't know that
You
I've
ever
ever heard
bowling?
that expression before, other than me saying it in my life. So we're gonna do
So
that.
maybe did,
Chuck
did
some
you
stones.
create that slogan?
I'm gonna
I,
Google it and
I'm
see, because I might, if bowling takes off, I'd like to have the copyright to that.
chuck some stones.
And then right down the road at the PJ's, right off Shanersville Road, I'll be there at noon, doing an Eagles Miller Lite recap of the game yesterday. Certainly a lot to talk about. So we'll be right down the road doing that on Facebook Live. So you can join us for lunch if you want to over at PJ's on Shanersville at noon. So
Very
uh,
busy Monday.
a very
Very
busy
good.
Monday. Just
All
another
right.
manic Monday. I should copyright that too. Um,
Taken. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day,
Yes.
and, I'll see you out and about.
All right.
Bye.